Hello and welcome to this short video on the life of Shirdi Sai Baba. Now, life of Sai Baba of Shirdi. Sai Baba of Shirdi was an Indian mystic who was likely born around 1838. The exact date of birth, including his birthplace, remains unknown. The details regarding the early life of Sai Baba remain a mystery as he did not reveal any information about his place of birth or birth name to anyone. Most information about Sai Baba tends to be derived from a book written by one of his disciples, Hemant Pant, in 1922 in Marathi language. The book itself is a compilation based on accounts by his various disciples and Hemant Pant's personal observations of Sai Baba from 1910 onwards. Remember that Shirdi Sai Baba is no way connected to Satya Sai Baba, who claimed that he was an incarnation of Shirdi Sai Baba, which is a false claim in my opinion because I don't see any qualities of a spiritual mystic in Satya Sai Baba. He is just a magician who has learned some tricks to common people. Let's not discuss about him in this video. Let's focus on the life of Sai Baba of Shirdi. Shirdi Sai Baba was really a man belonging to the category of the Buddhas. Baba came to village Shirdi in Maharashtra at the age of 16 for the first time. At this very young age, he would go into deep meditation, sitting in asana under a neem tree, without food and even water for several days. He lived for many years in that village. Initially, Baba spent about 3 years at Shirdi. After this, for a period of 1 year, Baba left Shirdi and very little was known about Baba's whereabouts during that period. He met many saints, fakirs, and even worked as a weaver, as the history says. After a year of disappearance, he returned permanently to Shirdi in 1858. Since no one knew this young man's real name, the villagers started calling him Sai Baba. For about 5 years of time, Baba took his accommodation under the neem tree, and very often he used to wander in the jungle near Shirdi. He was very silent, with no communication during this time, as he would become lost in meditation for longer periods of time. Gradually, Baba shifted his accommodation to a nearby mosque. No one knows whether he was a Muslim or a Hindu, but he lived in this mosque. I would like to talk about an incident from his life. One of his disciples used to live 3 miles away from the village on his own farm, and he used to bring some food for Sai Baba every day. He would prepare the food himself and bring it. Until Sai Baba had eaten the food, he would remain fasting. Once it happened, the whole day passed. There was much gathering and much crowd. He could not see him. When everybody had gone, just in the night, he touched the feet. Sai Baba said to him, "Why do you unnecessarily wait? There is no need to see me here. I can come there. Before you take your food, you will see me every day." The disciple was very happy. The next day, the man took a bath, prepared many delicious foods that he knew Sai Baba would like. And then a beggar came, and the man said, "It is not possible. Before Sai Baba has taken, I cannot give my food to anybody. If you want, you can come after Sai Baba takes his food." The beggar left. And then a dog came, and the man took his staff and ran after the dog. Many things happened one after another, but nothing happened according to his observation. It was getting late, and finally he thought Sai Baba must have joked he will not come. So in the evening, he brought the food to the mosque where Sai Baba used to live. He was very angry. He said, "You deceived me." Sai Baba said, "But I appeared thrice, not just once. First time I came, I was a beggar, and you said to me, 'Move away.' Second time I came, I was an old woman. And you just won't look at me. You closed your eyes because the disciples had the habit of not seeing women. Then third time I reached as a dog, and you won't allow me in. With a stick you were standing in the door." Sai Baba said, "Even if I come 1,000 times, you will not be able to recognize me. You can recognize only when you are awake, when you are conscious. Only then it is possible." And these things have been happening to whole humanity. The divine comes in many forms, but we have a prejudice. We have pre-formulated conception and we cannot see. He must appear according to our ideas about God, and God never appears according to us. We cannot put any conditions. When all imagination falls, only then truth appears. Otherwise, imagination goes on making conditions and truth cannot appear. Only in a naked mind, in a nude, empty mind, truth appears, distorted. Sai Baba was popular among both Hindus and Muslims. Sai Baba became a great building force between the two disparate communities. His teachings combined the elements of both Hinduism and Islam. He had followers from all religions. He himself did not follow any specific religion and advised his devotees to transcend the man-made barriers of religion and embrace the principle of universal love for all creatures. Baba was completely against orthodoxy in Hinduism, Christianity, and Islam. He taught that the sole purpose of human existence was self-realization and directed his followers to follow a path of love, forgiveness, and inner peace. He lived among the common people, adorning a long robe, sleeping over a mat, while using brick as his headrest, and got his food by begging. Baba asked his devotees to lead a simple life, ordinary life too. In August 1918, Sai Baba told some of his devotees that he would soon be leaving his mortal body. Eventually, he became ill. He left his body and attained Mahasamadhi on 15th of October 1918 in Shirdi, breathing his last on the lap of one of his devotees. Today, Shirdi Sai Baba has millions of devotees in India and abroad. Shirdi, the obscure village in Maharashtra near Pune, has now become a pilgrimage destination, much as Bethlehem, Jerusalem, or Varanasi. There are a lot more to know about Sai Baba of Shirdi. I have covered only the essence of his life. Like for every other spiritual mystic, let's focus on the moon, where his fingers are pointing to, and not stick to the fingers, and all will be blessed by this great mystic. Thank you for watching this video. If you find this video interesting, please share it with your friends. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a thing. Thank you.